Alrighty, it's Radio Tekkers live. Manchester City versus Liverpool. It's the big one, folks. The moment that we've all collectively been waiting for all season long. Let's go. Alrighty, everybody. Radio Tekkers live. It's me, Tanner, aka the Texas Gentleman, some breaking news. The Brits are gone. They're gone. I don't know what's happened to them. There's no Mags. There's no Matt. It's just me. You're stuck with me here today, and that's okay because we're gonna have a good time nonetheless. I've got some conversational pieces, I guess. We can do some AMA, some Ask Me Anything. You can put your normal food takes in the chat, whatever you would like. It's really just as much your show as it is mine. Let me button my shirt real quick. But yeah. Liverpool are the visiting team to Manchester City today in a top-of-the-league title clash here. Both sides have really been playing down the importance of this match here. We heard it from John Stones in the media. We heard it from Jurgen Klopp in the media that this match is not the decider. The title race is still on to the very last day, regardless of what happens today. Obviously, you can take that for what you will. I take that as you want to play down the importance of this game to the players and your teammates because there's so much pressure here in this game at the Etihad today. We're just going to have to see how things play out, and I'll do my best to do my play-by-play coverage as we go here. But yes, there are huge stakes here in today's matchup. I want to hear some of your thoughts. So if you're joining me in the chat here today, tell me what you think. Give me your predictions here. I'd be very interested to find out. Sir Alex Ferguson is here. That's very strange. Sir Alex Ferguson's at the Etihad, it seems. He wants to take a look at the noisy neighbors and the Liverpudlians, who he desperately wanted to knock off their perch, and to an extent, I guess he successfully did so for a period of time. So maybe he's got some interest in this one here. Let's see how that goes. But yes, both teams heading into this matchup with I would say quite a good deal of momentum. They both played a midweek match in the Champions League. Liverpool beat Benfica, I believe it was 3-1, if I'm not mistaken. And so a solid, comprehensive victory away from home, which can make a big difference here. On the flip side of the coin, you have Manchester City, who played at home to Atletico Madrid. Not as comprehensive a victory, but certainly one could argue, certainly tougher opponent, perhaps, and maybe a more hard-fought victory. So it would be very interesting to see how those dynamics and that dichotomy of results there really forms this game, and how things will play out. Do y'all like music? I just noticed this here through the StreamYard that there's a little bit of a music here. Let's see what we've got. Oh. Ooh. Some dance music themes. There we go. Ah. And like a true pro, I exited out of the chat room here. That's cool. All right. Anywho, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Manchester City starting lineup. Let's take a look at that one, folks. let's take a look and see what we've got going on here. Let's see. Here we go. Let's just share this real quick. I think you guys would appreciate that. Let's share it here. Alrighty. I don't know if you can see that all that well, but I'll read through the lineups, and I'll put the ticker tape down at the bottom here too. Manchester City starting lineup here. We've got Ederson in goal. We've got Walker, Stones, Laporte, and Cancelo right there across the back line in defense. We've got Rodri as the anchor in the midfield with Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne just ahead of them, just ahead of Rodri. That's a really lethal combination. As much as I openly mock and really don't care for Bernardo Silva and his attitude, he's a player, and he plays for the big occasions. This is a big occasion. Kevin De Bruyne, no one's going to doubt his class. Rodri's a very good midfielder as well. Ahead of them in attack, you've got Phil Foden and Raheem Sterling on the wings. And again, similar feeling about Phil Foden that I do about Bernardo Silva. He's a wonderful talent, an amazing player. No one will doubt how big of a game changer he can be for Manchester City. I find that he's a bit, maybe, I don't know, maybe spoiled's the wrong word. I feel like the world has been given to him on a silver platter, coming up through the Manchester City ranks. Being a very young guy, he's still got a lot to learn ahead of him. But again, amazing player, great game player. It's going to be very interesting to see what effect he has here on this game. Now, in spearheading the attack, Gabriel Jesus. This is an interesting choice here from Pep Guardiola. Gabriel Jesus, in more recent times, has been played off the wings. So I'm wondering if this is more experimentation, perhaps, on Pep's side. We'll see. We'll see what Jesus turns up with. Maybe Sterling and him switch sides occasionally. I'm not quite sure. But we've normally seen Jesus out wide in recent times. We'll have to see how that goes from here. Let's see here for Liverpool. Let's look at Liverpool, because obviously I'm just unbiased here. You can tell by the kit that I'm wearing that I'm not very biased. Here we've got Alisson in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold out at the right back position, opposite of Andrew Robertson out at left back. At center back, we've got Joel Matip and Virgil van Dijk, which is good. Solid lineup there. Fabinho playing the anchor role in the midfield. He's going to be sweeping up pretty much everything that happens going out wide. Thiago Alcantara and Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson will be captaining Liverpool here today. They are just ahead of Fabinho in the midfield. And then in attack, solid looking attack lineup there if you're a Liverpool fan. Sadio Mane and Mo Salah out wide, and Diogo Jota up the middle. Now, if you're Liverpool, you might be a little bit concerned with Mo Salah's recent form. He's been a bit hit and miss lately. He's still a fantastic player, still one of the world's best. And we saw in the last Manchester City game, he can put in a performance. He can put in some amazing goals, and it's going to be pretty outstanding. I really don't know what to expect out of Mo Salah here today, but he is, again, a big game player. Diogo Jota, another player for the big occasion. He's come up when Liverpool have needed him. Sadio Mane's been on a real roll lately, especially when it comes to international form. He has led Senegal to winning the African Cup of Nations, and now they are also qualified for the World Cup. Unfortunately, at Mo Salah and Egypt's expense. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. It's been played out a lot in the media, right? Like this is, these are great title rivals, and I've heard debates and participated, unfortunately, in a few of them on Twitter, which you should probably avoid that. But a lot of folks saying like, giving it comparisons to the great rivalries of all time in the sport. United and Arsenal came up quite a bit, which is fine. You can compare. I feel like you can compare Liverpool and City to the rivalry that United and Arsenal have had. Obviously, we look at things from the past with a bit of rose-tinted glasses, but that is truly a rivalry for the ages. I think that 10 years from now, we'll see, we'll start to look at Guardiola and Klopp a lot of the same way during this period. There was I did find something a bit ironic, and maybe I shouldn't share this, but whatever. I really don't care. We had some angry Celtic fans online who were a bit chuffed. They were a bit chuffed about this being called one of the great rivalries. Obviously, Celtic and Rangers have a great rivalry, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for Celtic as a club. They've done a lot of great things for Liverpool in the past. There's a great kinship there, but there was a lot of people who really didn't want to hear it. That Manchester City and Liverpool were starting to become a great rivalry, and and I just wanted to try and point out this is about titles. I know that Celtic and Rangers have their rivalry for a number of reasons, religion being one of them, but I found it to be a tad bit ironic that Celtic fans would poo-poo this rivalry, this budding rivalry between Liverpool and City, when Rangers and Celtic are pretty much a duopoly in the Scottish Premier League. So yeah, that's about it. That was that's what we had to say on the Twitter sphere. Yeah, so it is what it is. It is what it is. We got some chat going here. Connor McCabe in the chat. How's it going, Connor? Hope you're doing well. He says hello, Tanner. Hello, Connor. Hope you're doing well. Connor helped me out and let me know late last night as I was putting this together that I had the chat turned off. So thank you, Connor. I really do appreciate your help there. Dan Griffin in the chat. He says, good on you going solo today, Tanner. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. Fingers crossed for Liverpool win. Absolutely. Dan says he might drop in at halftime. Ooh, that would be cool. Yeah, come join the fun here, Dan. That'd be awesome. And we have the players taking the pitch here. Man, we getting the nice 4K shots here. For those here in the States, I think that you might find this game to be a little bit difficult to find at first. You can still find it on Peacock. Basically, this game is being aired on USA Network, which is where you could find Monday Night Raw if you're a wrestling fan. I know there's quite a few wrestling lovers who joined the chat when we do wrestling specials. But it is on USA, this game, here in the States. You can check it out there. You can find it on Peacock. If you go to the channels section of Peacock, you can find USA Network, and boom, there it is. Premier League, Liverpool, Manchester City. Good times. Yeah, predictions here, y'all, as Manchester City and Liverpool have they've taken the pitch, and it's, man, I don't know. You're either gonna see me elated beyond belief, or you will watch me slowly go through the 5 stages of grief. there's really, like, the only in between is with a draw, and I think that really proves nothing on either side. That proves that the worst wages between these two sides. Well, we'll see. But I'm excited. I hope you're excited. We'll just have to see how this game goes. Another thing I'm excited for, later on today, I'm actually going to my first
Austin FC matchup live in downtown Austin. They're playing Minnesota, so it'll be interesting. I mean, I've wanted to go see Austin since Austin FC since they had their inaugural season last year. Austin's been dying for a pro sports team, and now's a great occasion to have one. I'm really looking forward to that matchup. But this one here, this one means so much as far as the Premier League goes that I'm glad that I could join out today. So we're right about kickoff here. Guardiola, getting shots of Guardiola, and we're about to pan over to his opposite, Jurgen Klopp. They are both very complimentary of each other leading up to this matchup. This is gonna be a wild ride here. It looks like we've got Diogo Jota to start us off here, or is that Jordan Henderson? It actually looks like Jordan Henderson. We've got the knee, as Matt would say. We're taking the knee to stand against racism and bigotry of any sort today. And we have kickoff. Jordan Henderson passing the ball all the way back to Joel Matip, who hoofs it right up the field. He was looking for Sadio Mane, but the ball goes out for a throw-in. And if y'all have predictions in the chat, let us know what your predictions are. Man, I'm gonna say I can't say who. I can't say who in my mind is gonna win this one, but I feel like the result here is gonna be 3 goals to 2. 3 goals to 2, one way or the other. Somebody's gonna take this game. This is just there's just so few margins between these two here. Get a little bit of exchange there between Raheem Sterling and Virgil van Dijk as we get another throw-in closer to Liverpool's goal. Kyle Walker's going to take the throw-in here. He's looking for somebody. He thought he had a little bit of a stutter step. Everybody's marked up for Kyle Walker. Yeah, like, there's got to be some time wasting there, ref. Like, looks like there was a foul called there. Bernardo Silva contests that with the referee. No surprise there, Bernardo Silva. Let's see here. Morty in the chat. Morty, are you all alone today? I'm not alone as long as I have all of y'all in the chat with me. This is that's the heartwarming part of all this, right? But yes, no Mags, no Matt. Mags is taking a well-deserved vacation. Matt is a bit under the weather at the moment, so they're not here, but you guys are, and that's the most important part. Dan Griffin in the chat says, "Can't believe there's actually an atmosphere and near a full house at the." He said. He says at the Emirates. They are at the Etihad, but I can see the comparison, Dan. I can definitely see the comparison between the two. Oh, goodness. Interesting start to the game here. Both trying to feel out the game. Virgil commanding the defense here for Liverpool. Laporte passes to John Stones. John Stones back to Ederson. Liverpool picking and choosing. They're pressing wisely here, but they've done a good job of marking up the Manchester City side. Oh, City trying to be too cute. Jota in here. He's trying to get the ball back. He goes to the ground, though. Liverpool really trying to wrench in this press. They've got City pinned back pretty well here. Ball goes to Joel Matip after recovery there by Mo Salah. Salah, he's working his way to try and recover the ball, and Cancelo just barely gets it past Salah. Goes out for a throw-in. Connor asking, is this the retro Liverpool kit? No, this is actually their away kit for the season, but they've very rarely worn it, which is a bit disappointing. They've worn the yellow a lot more than they've worn this one, but I really like this one. I think their away kit this season is really great. But thank you for asking, Connor. Let's see here. City with a throw in. We're at about, if you're following along with us here, we just hit the 4-minute mark. City hoofing the ball upward. De Bruyne still's got the ball. He unleashes Gabriel Jesus, who is out wide, and then you've got Sterling, who is up the middle there. And we talked about how you could see Jesus and Sterling probably switching flanks there, switching positions. Robertson tries with the clearance. Mane back to Robertson. Robertson with the attempted clearance. Goes all the way back. Fabinho heads the ball. Mane loses the ball. And there looks to be a foul right there in the midfield. It's taken quickly, though. City's trying to catch Liverpool off guard here, and they do. Yeah. Kevin De Bruyne with the dink in. It's a solid goal. Good start to the game for City if you're a City fan. But yeah, they caught Liverpool flat-footed there a little bit. They went very early on the take, which is what I mean, in all fairness, that's what they need to do, right? That's what they need to do. So yeah, Manchester City 1, Liverpool 0. Not the ideal start here that Jurgen Klopp and the Reds would want, but we still have 85 minutes of football to play. This is still a big game here. Still a very big game. We get a replay here of the Kevin De Bruyne shot. It got a deflection off of Joel Matip's calf, then bounced right inside the post, and then ricocheted back into goal. Really unlucky there from Liverpool. Really unlucky. And on any other day, on a different angle, that ball would have gone over the goalpost there. But that's why we play, right? City rampant here. They're trying to go with a quick start. There's a flare on the field, though. The ref might need to take care of that real quick. Thank you, ref. Yeah, there you go. In an ironic twist of fate there, if a City fan threw that flare down on the pitch, it was a very blue flare. But with that flare thrown onto the pitch, it's really actually broken up a bit of the momentum that City have had here in the early part of the game. Liverpool on the attack here, but it gets snuffed out. Looks like that would have been by Rodri. Walker booting the ball upfield. Van Dijk heads it away. Ball being lumped very far upfield there into Liverpool territory. Alisson recovers, gives it to Trent. Trent trying to find an opening, but can't find it past Rodri. Liverpool again trying to squeeze the options that City have here. So you've been seeing a lot of what City have done. If you're watching the game along with us here, what City are doing is they're doing a lot of long balls, a lot of crosses, a lot of long balls to try and find these opening spots, whereas normally you would see them trying to make shorter passes. This is actually kind of a bit of a page out of the Jurgen Klopp playbook. You know, these stretching passes here. Connor is asking in the chat, is Manchester City owned by the same Saudi group that owns Nycfc? The colors are the same. So yes, they have the same Qatari owners. City owns New York City FC, as well as I believe there's an Australian team here. As Gabriel Jesus is throwing a fit on the ground here. He wanted the foul on Alisson. It looked a bit soft to me, just for the record. But yeah, City own quite a few teams that they use as basically as affiliates and feeder clubs to send other players to. So yeah, that's basically how it goes. Dan Griffin in the chat asking, are Liverpool aware we kicked off 10 minutes ago and that this isn't a warm-up? Yeah, Liverpool look a little bit like really kind of Jekyll and Hyde so far in the first 10 minutes. It seems like I think the goal really had an impact on the players. They seemed a bit deflated at first, but they still look like they're sticking to the game plan, trying to choke out those options. You're seeing Thiago Alcantara wave on people. You're seeing Jordan Henderson wave on people to try and continue on with the press. Both of those guys are really good in-game generals. You've got Virgil barking orders, as he is wont to do. Virgil beating Raheem Sterling here in the foot race. But yeah, we do want to see a little bit more attacking verve here from Liverpool. They haven't really had too many really solid attacking chances here, which is a bit disappointing. Pass it, Jordan Henderson goes out to Joel Matip. Henderson booting the ball up. And it was recovered by Ederson, who accidentally dished it out to Thiago Alcantara. Ball is now with Sadio Mane. What Liverpool need to do now is take a little bit of time here, if they can, if City allows them, just to try and get a little bit of momentum in them. Pick their spots wisely. Alcantara on the ball. Ooh, nice side pass there to Jordan Henderson, who was in a good position. He finds Mo Salah. Mo Salah, a little bit of a backwards 1-2 there with Trent. They're trying to work something out here. They've got some good triangles going. Pass was a little bit wayward from Fabinho to Joel Matip. Didn't go exactly as they wanted to, so the ball's gone all the way back here to the back. Virgil van Dijk to Alcantara. Virgil now to Alisson. But this is kind of what Liverpool needed here in this matchup, was just to feel out the space. They just needed to feel out where things are going here. Ooh, dangerous ball there. It dropped to Mane, who was up the middle, but he could not control it. Big ball there. I don't know who that was, but they slipped up. Salah. Robertson crosses in. It's going to Jota! Diogo Jota ties it up here for Liverpool. It's 1-1, and we're only 12 minutes in. Boys and girls, we've got a firecracker here right now. Let's update that. I don't like the look of that anymore. Let's go ahead and put one on here for Liverpool. 1-1 Liverpool, and both goals in this game, solid goals here. Manchester City won, Liverpool won. Dan Griffin in the chat. Oh my. Oh, his name is Diogo. He wears the number 20. Indeed. Diogo. Excellent cross in there from Robertson. Crosses in to Trent, who lobs it to Diogo, and Diogo just, man. This is the matchup that we wanted, folks. This was never going to be an easy matchup for either side. Oh yeah. Liverpool again with a bit of control here. The ball goes out for a throw-in though. Klopp wearing his giant puffy jacket, his tracksuit as well. Opposite of Pep, who looks to be wearing some jeans and a long sleeve t-shirt. Yeah, football fashion.
Wonder if JPQ will come on and do a football fashion episode someday. I'll have to bribe him with doing a Swansea City game. If that's something that you guys would want to see, I mean, we'll do it. We will do it. Robbo guarding Jesus. Ooh. And Liverpool come away with possession here. Oh, too heavy of a touch there from Jota. I think he thought that perhaps there was somebody there to receive it, but alas, there was not anyone. Henderson really going for the press there in on Laporte. Laporte's had a bit of a career revival at City as of late. I mean, obviously the injury to Ruben Dias has opened up some slots, some opportunities for some folks. But Laporte, if he was just fine for a few years at City, kind of mid-level, just because they were spoiled with riches. They had a lot of talent at center back. Ooh, shot on there by Jesus, gets saved by Alisson. That's going to be an interesting matchup here as we go too. I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but I'm just trying to stay with what's relevant here on the screen. But Alisson's going to know Jesus pretty well, and based on their time spent in Brazil camps. So that's going to be an interesting matchup to see if one can outperform the other here. Liverpool taking their time on the ball once again. That's what they need to do. They just need to hang on to the ball, build some momentum. Ooh, deep cross in there. Finds both Salah and Mane, but the ball gets put up into the air and falls into the safe hands of Ederson. That could have been anybody's ball there. It looks like it was may have been Stones with the heroics. I'm not quite sure. Couldn't tell from that angle. Let's change up the music a little bit here. We've been playing this one for a while. This one's called Feeding the Ducks. That's cool. Ederson coming out of the box here, looking for an opening. Finds Walker. Walker's pretty far deep into the Liverpool third. Oh, try to get a little bit tricky with some 1-2s here between De Bruyne and Walker. I didn't see a Liverpool touch on the ball. I probably missed it, but would have thought that would have been a Liverpool throw-in. Ball's all the way back now to Laporte. Laporte and Stones are under heavy pressure this game. Oh, Diogo with a massive shoulder tackle into John Stones. Obviously, I don't think he meant it. I think the momentum carried him into that. But that's the kind of game we were expecting. It's very rough and tumble here. Let's see here. Looks to be a let's see here, dead ball here for City. Yep, corner.
more specifically. Had to send a text message off, folks. I'm sorry. Foden will take the corner. Looks like it got cleared by either Henderson or Robertson. Ball goes up into the safe hands of Allison. Trent with the ball. Trent places it to Henderson. Bit of a scrap as the ball goes out. Thiago with a very inventive pass. It spent a lot of time in the air to find Trent. Dan Griffin. I don't know what to make of Alisson's seemingly indecisiveness regarding claiming the ball in his area. Yeah, it can be a bit unnerving. See, what's interesting is like there's times where he's really, really brave to a fault. And then there's times where he, perhaps the communication could be better between him and the defense. But I would want him to be strong in his voice about claiming the ball. I think that would really help. Connor McCabe, if the rumors are true and Pep leaves City, my bet is Carlo. I think it's Carlo Ancelotti takes over. I don't know, man. Like, Carlo Ancelotti, he had a really solid spell at Chelsea for a minute. Oh, a slip there by Mane. Dance. Who replaced Mane's first touch with Lukaku's? Yeah, it's a bit worrisome. It's a bit worrisome. Liverpool back with the ball, though. Salah's running down the wing. We know great stuff happens when that happens. Then Walker gets the better of Salah there, it seems. Ball back with City. But back to what Connor was asking here about Pep leaves City, who would replace him? And I don't know if Ancelotti. I think Ancelotti's found probably his last club job with Real Madrid. He's getting up there. I would like to see Ancelotti perhaps try and manage the Italian team at some point. I think that would be a really good fit for him. But maybe he won't like it as much. I don't know. But who would replace Guardiola? You would have to find somebody who's really inventive, who probably shares a lot of the same philosophies that he does. Thomas Tuchel would have been a perfect replacement. Very good like-for-like replacement, but he took another path, and he's now at Chelsea. Which, I mean, that doesn't mean that he couldn't join City perhaps in the future, but it does make it a little bit less likely. You'd probably foul there on Gabriel Jesus, holding his knee. Eric Ten Hag would have been an interesting pickup, but he's very close to the line there from Ederson. Ederson stubbed his foot, basically, planted his foot on the ground wrong, but that ball looks like it was about to cross the line, and Diogo Jota was ready to pounce there. So there, I don't think there was a second look, but very close call there. City replacements. If y'all have any suggestions for City replacements for Guardiola when he retires, that'd be good. Connor says it should be 2-1 right now. 2-1 to Liverpool, I take it, as the ball crossed the line. So it definitely was crossing the line. I think it has to be like clear of the entire plane of the line. Could be wrong, but that's how I've normally seen it. Is that the ball has to be clear of the line. Julian Nagelsmann, I think that would be who City would want to bring in post Guardiola, and I mean Liverpool probably would want to bring in Julian Nagelsmann as well. That guy's just really, really good. He's a really good manager. He's going to be the next big thing. United signing Erik ten Hag, allegedly, if rumors are to be believed. Him signing for United is that's definitely one less person that City would have had on their short list, I think. What he will do with Manchester United is that remains to be seen. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh man. John Stones bringing the ball forward. Ball being tracked down by Foden, but he's definitely got Matip on him. Foden tries to circulate the ball back into the inner parts of the midfield. Ball now with Stones. Stones looking for Cancelo. Cancelo with a bit of crossover there. He's trying to fool Salah. Salah stays on him though. Ball goes out for a throw-in. Really solid work here so far this game. Really solid stuff. Graham in the chat here from Good Cop, Bad Cop. Graham, I don't know if you were aware, but I was telling the folks earlier, the game is on Peacock. You just have to find it a little bit. There's a little bit more of a path that you have to go to than what you would normally. It's on USA, but you can get to the USA channel on Peacock. So I hope that helps. I hope you're watching. And if it doesn't help, then I'm sorry. Ah, man. City looked for another chance there at goal, but missed out. Ooh, that's probably going to be a card. Robertson brings down De Bruyne. And that's a card for Robertson. Robertson a little bit aggressive here. We need some cool heads here. He should be okay the rest of the game, but just the stakes are very high. I think it would have been fine had he not grabbed up towards De Bruyne with his arms. I think that was probably a mistake. De Bruyne with the ball. Is it for a free kick? He does not. He doesn't even find. You know, he finds Thiago Alcantara. And Liverpool with a breakaway, taking a chancy shot there, a cheeky shot at goal from far out, trying to catch Ederson snoozing, but it's not to be. City have the ball now. Rodri in the midfield, passing it backwards to Laporte. Finds Bernardo Silva, back to Laporte. Laporte finds Rodri, and Rodri finds Bernardo. They're just playing little triangles here, trying to get out of their own half. Laporte brings it way up there for Foden. Foden might have been offsides. It looked like an offsides to me. De Bruyne with a wide shot there. Did not quite square it. Alisson was there watching it, though. I mean, who's to say if it would have gone in? Yeah, it was Trent with a really ballsy shot that went directly to Ederson. But, you know, hey, you know, good to him for trying, at least. Ref stops the game again. This is what you don't want. You don't want the stop-start pattern here to this game. City with a little bit more pass and go, a little bit old tiki-taka style. Pass laid off to Foden, who tries to bully Joel Matip, and then he wants to complain. Are you surprised? Are you surprised that Phil Foden wants to complain? I'm not. Guardiola making some interesting gestures to his assistants there, as he's trying to plot out how to how to manage the players on the pitch positionally. Yeah, that's funny. Mane goes down. Liverpool take quickly. Alisson dishes it out wide to Matip. Matip marches up the field. Trent finds Salah. Salah's dancing. He tries to find Thiago. Finds Mane instead. Robertson tries to cross in. And he doesn't make it past Kyle Walker. Walker scrambles for the ball. Tries to dish it upfield. Tries to find Kevin De Bruyne. Only found Van Dijk. But a little bit of a slip there from Fabinho, and the ball went back to City, only to find Alisson back in Liverpool's side of things. The pitch must be awfully slick here. We're seeing a lot of slipping here from both sets of players. Mane trying to find the opening, finds Thiago, finds Henderson. Henderson puts the ball up, but there was nobody there. If Henderson just rifled that in, that would probably be it. Connor McCabe, Merseyside police are looking for an incident involving Ronaldo after he apparently knocked a phone out of a young fan's hands. So at the Everton game yesterday, there's actually footage of Ronaldo knocking an object out of someone's hands, caught live on footage. Several posts about it on Instagram and Reddit. And I think Ronaldo even acknowledged it a little bit himself, that he may have done that and apologized. But yes, Merseyside police are investigating the incident. Jota with the ball, found Mane, but now ball went backwards. The ball is just in the air a lot. It's hard to tell who's gonna end up getting the ball here. There goes my headphones. Oh well. Jesus with the ball. Jesus trying to find Foden. Foden finds Bernardo. Bernardo looking for his options here. Liverpool are closing down pretty well. Ball went to Walker, now to Stones, to Laporte. Laporte's going to try and find an option now. Back to Stones. Ball goes to De Bruyne. De Bruyne chested the ball, but he put his hands out in front. That was a little bit, I don't know. Let's change up the music a little bit. Ball's now found Foden. Foden with a shot, and it just hits far. Or was that Rodri? No, that was Cancelo. My mistake. Yeah, Cancelo went. He was onside. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna turn off the closed captions on here because it's just nonsense. Yeah. I mean, I get that these pundits have been doing this as a career for many years, but it doesn't mean that their takes are any good. Let's see here in the comments. Matt Willis has joined us. Matt, I hope you are well. I hope you are making a speedy recovery, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Yeah, City are getting sneakily close here. Another mistake here by Liverpool. Very close to their own goal. Sterling to the De Bruyne. To Matip, who takes out for a corner. The communication is just not here for Liverpool. They need to wake up here. If not now, then certainly there needs to be a change of pace in the second half, because they are not communicating defensively like they should, especially in a game with this high of stakes. Kevin De Bruyne with the corner. Matip heads it away, finds Sterling, who puts... actually, that looks like it's Jesus. Jesus put the ball in the back of the net. Just beat Alisson there. That's tough. Gabriel Jesus without a goal in 15 appearances. He finally breaks that duck. Well, so good for him. Yeah, so basically Jesus went just past Trent, who did not complete making the run, and just totally lost track of Jesus. I guess he expected Alisson to pick it up, and again, it's that communication. Liverpool not really communicating and really kind of doing the job that they should be doing. Yeah, that's a tough one. All right, so score update here then. We got to do it, folks. We got to do it. Manchester City 2-1 to Liverpool. So, yeah, they're indicating that ball is onside. Trent and it looks like both Trent and Joel were pretty much together there onside. And then that just makes it a lot easier for Jesus, especially since Trent did not continue tracking him. You would have expected that Trent would have maybe tried to shepherd Jesus there. But that was not to be. Klopp will obviously have a lot to say at halftime. Liverpool need an answer. Dan says, I was going to say before, I worry about Alisson's decision-making, claiming the ball in his area, but didn't want to jinx it. Yeah, it's, that was a real calamity. A real calamity.
I think you could make the case on both sides for being at fault there. Whether it's Trent or Allison. Could Allison have been a little bit more shouty and dominant? Yes, absolutely. But Trent also could have tracked Jesus more, right? Very unusual just to see Trent just stop and not continue covering him. And of course, I'm watching this while muted, so I don't have any context as to maybe if Allison told Trent, shouted at Trent to let him have it. I don't know. Connor's asking, why is the trophy in the stadium? I didn't notice the trophy being at the stadium. There's really no reason as to why. If it is, or if they showed maybe a clip of the trophy, maybe from last season when City won, that could be part of it. Symbolism of the importance of this game. Ooh, Trent. Ooh, if Trent had, instead of shooting, had Trent crossed it in, he would have just teed up Diogo Jota for 2. Very close there for Liverpool for a second goal. City now passing back to Ederson. Ederson dishes it out to Stones. Stones finds Rodri. And it's the same kind of triangle and diamond shapes that we've been seeing most of the game here when the ball goes back to City. Henderson, though, he gets the ball, finds Salah out pretty wide. Salah's going to try to find an opening, finds Henderson again. Henderson to Matip. Matip to Van Dijk. Van Dijk's moving the ball upwards a little bit here. Found Mane, who found Thiago. Thiago finds Jota. Jota out to Robertson out on the left. Van Dijk moves the ball up to Matip, who's making a big run inside here. Mane who was found by Salah in the box, but it was not to be. A little bit of a clearance there. Henderson recovers, but a tackle on Salah finds the ball going out for a City throw-in. Pep trying to take in the game as best as he can. I did hear of an interesting stat the other day. Liverpool, I think, have only got one win at the Etihad since, I want to say it's 2016. So the one thing that I will definitely give City is that they've been able to find each other much better than Liverpool have this game. Liverpool positionally have been decent, but their communication is what's led them to being down a goal here. For those watching the game, have your say in the chat. How you think the game's going? How you what does City need to do in the second half to keep this up? What does Liverpool need to do in the second half to maybe turn it around? Give me your thoughts in the chat, or talk about something else. Let me know what your thoughts are here.
on this game as we go. Jota, though, looks like he's finding an opening. Jones, or not Jones, but I guess that was maybe Stones or Laporte there. Looked like a bit of a that was Laporte, a bit of a rough and tumble tackle there. I'm surprised the referee hadn't had a second look at it. I guess because he won the ball back. I guess that makes fair, right? Sterling went down awfully easy. Trent grabbed for the arm, which he shouldn't have done. But yes, Sterling went down awfully easy. No surprise there. So free kick for Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne is standing over it here. Let's see what De Bruyne has. Free kick goes in. Oh! It deflected off the inside post and then was cleared away. Very, very tense moment there for Liverpool. Flag would have been up for offsides on Aymeric Laporte, though. So there is that. Take a little bit of a vape break there. Dan Griffin says Mane needs to come off at halftime. Yeah, I'm starting to think that too. Mane's touch has not been very good. I would like to see Diaz come on. I would have. Oh, that's not going to count. Foden laid one in. And then he gets upset because he didn't score. Go cry about it. Yeah. I want to see Diaz come on for Mane. I feel like that chemistry between Jota and Diaz right now is really, really solid. And I wouldn't take off Salah so far. Salah's not really put a foot wrong. Mane's touch, though, has just been really poor today. Jota found Thiago. We're nearing halftime here. We've got about 2-1 seconds in extra time. Ref could blow the whistle at any moment, and he does. So here at halftime of this game that's just been crazy so far. Lots to talk about. It's Manchester City 2, Liverpool 1. So yeah, give me your thoughts here in the chat. What can we see? What will we see from both teams? Give us some predictions here going into the second half. While you guys do that, let's do a quick review here, because I don't believe, if I'm not mistaken, with Matt being a bit under the weather here, I don't believe there's going to be the volley tomorrow, unfortunately. But that being said, we can talk about the games here right now. Newcastle, we'll go with the Newcastle game from Friday. Newcastle 1, Wolves 0. Newcastle really needed that win. They really, really needed that win to try and, cement their place out of the relegation zone. So yeah, good on them. I saw a little bit of the highlights of it. Wolves just they're such a Jekyll and Hyde kind of team. I don't know why I guess why that is. Not too many shots on target there from Wolves. Only 5 shots in total, with 2 being on target. Newcastle had way more shots, 12 shots in total, with 4 shots being on target. Wolves had the lion's share of the possession, 59 to 41% there. Let me see here. And yeah, it's good stuff there. Actually, I think I might be able to bring in a special guest. Let's see. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. We might be able to bring in Mr. Griffin. See what he has to say. There we go. Sai's joined us in the chat. Hey, yo. Hey, how's it going, Sai? Hope you're doing well. I'm glad you're taking this game in here, and you actually joined us at an interesting time, because I was gonna go through the results here of the games from this weekend. Here we already talked about We talked about Newcastle taking on Wolves, and that was fun. Everton 1, Manchester United 0. Man, this wasn't a good game. This wasn't really a good game from either team. I guess Everton looked a bit more inspired. They rose to the occasion a bit, but man, what, like, you expected? I don't know what to expect, right? Ralph Rangnick was brought in. Obviously, there's a bigger plan here. Should we have expected that Ralph Rangnick was going to be an overnight solution for Manchester United? No. Ralph Rangnick is a club builder. He's not really even managed that much in recent years. So it's the turnaround for United is not going to be a short-term thing. We're going to need, this is going to be a very much a long-term play here for Manchester United. It's just very disappointing that if you're a Manchester United fan, that they could not knock a goal past this Everton team, who's just been very poor all season long. Everton, they needed this win also, and you know, they're just above the relegation zone here. 28 points, 30 games played. Is it possible for Burnley to make the great escape and go above Everton? Absolutely. It's still anybody's game here, but Everton do not have a very good schedule going forward here. We'll have to see what happens. And Dan Griffin, Dan, you've joined me. Welcome.
Hello. Yeah, just thought I'd jump on it.
Yeah, Dan's jumping in for halftime here. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. Yeah, we were just talking about Manchester United and Everton. Did you have a chance to catch a glimpse of that?
Am I back? Sorry about that. My internet's been fine all weekend.
Yeah, you're good.
Decides to play up now. Yeah, that wasn't great from Liverpool first half.
No, it really wasn't. I feel like the communication's just all over the place as defensively. The press is there, but I think once City get to that third of Liverpool's where they're near goal, it's just like panic stations all over the place.
Yeah, well, we've been saying that over at my end that as well, Alisson's just command of his area is virtually non-existent. You see balls coming in, and a lot of other keepers will be reading that, taking it, and then starting again. Alisson, for all his great qualities, does not do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not, at least not to the same degree, and it's really costing us. I think, and as well, I think Mane and Fabinho are both having shockers, which is a real surprise in the case of Fabinho. He's normally so reliable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's I didn't notice as much with Fabinho, but I did with Mane. His touch is all over the place. And
I said in the chat, it's like he's had it transplanted with Lukaku's.
And Lukaku was actually kind of, decent the other day. So maybe
I didn't bother watching.
Well, I'm not too surprised with you not watching the Chelsea game. Cy in the chat says, "Hey Dan."
Hello, Si. Long time no see, mate. It's almost like we recorded just a few hours ago, and I know what you're trying to do with that, Si. If you want to understand that joke, everybody listen to the Doctor Who pod on Tuesday when it comes out.
Definitely do so. Definitely do so. I'm looking greatly forward to doing it, to listening to it. I've never been a huge Doctor Who fan, but I appreciate listening to y'all chat about it as the episodes roll on. So it's helping me get to that place where I want to try and watch it.
Oh, thank you, mate. Glad to hear it. But as far as Liverpool go, I think City's plan of trying to beat the offside trap that Liverpool do so well is clearly working, and our plan is basically lump it up, try and get the second ball, and it's just not happening.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem to be a very steady plan. I wonder if that's going to be something discussed in the locker room by both teams, really, but on Klopp's side and Guardiola's side, if there's going to be
sorry, carry on.
No, I was just going to say if there's going to be a change of approach there from either side.
I don't think we'll see much of a change in approach or formation from Klopp because that's a very rare thing. I think we might see Naby Keita potentially in the second half, either probably for Fabinho, but that's a big gamble because if Fab turns it on second half, then he'll be an absolute asset. But I think we need to see Luis Diaz because he offers something different, that direct approach, the ability to beat the man. You can play it into his feet and he won't spoon it 10 yards the other way.
Yeah, exactly. I was mentioning at the start of the stream that both teams have been really playing down the importance of this game. Both Klopp has said, if today does not decide the title race. Stones had similar sentiments earlier in the week, and both teams really had very different games midweek in Europe. Liverpool looking very dominant against Benfica side, who is good, but compared that to the Atletico Madrid side that City had to face, while while their win wasn't as comprehensive, let's say. Both are coming from very different places here. What is the momentum like?
The momentum for Liverpool should be up because we played a team that wanted to play football. City played a team that wanted to play something resembling football, but more akin to rugby, where you just sit back, absorb the pressure, pass back if you have to, and maybe nick a point. I hate Simeone's football. Absolutely hate it. Atletico Madrid are a glorified Burnley, if you believe the stereotypes about Burnley.
I mean, there are similarities, I would say, for sure. Very anti-football kind of soak up the pressure, hit you on the break, kind of that kind of nonsense. Be very aggressive, physical.
I just think at the minute Liverpool need to change something. They need to play like a team for a kickoff. They need to actually communicate and remember that they I think since 2018, these two teams, going into today, there is only 1 point that separates them. I mean, across all of those seasons, not just this season. 1 point.
It's crazy.
It's the fine margins. I mean, if Edison had been a fraction later on
reacting
to his own mistake, then we'd be level. But
yeah, be too.
It's just frustrating to still be in the game, but to also be so sloppy.
We're getting a glimpse of the trophy here in the stadium today. That's a bit unusual.
I'm getting an advert for LiveScore.
We've been given a glimpse of the trophy just sitting on the touch line, basically. So I don't know if that's just a this is disgusting. Apparently there's a bunch of Manchester City fans out in Hollywood, California. There's no surprise there, I don't think. That seems like it's very fitting, actually.
Well, you take a manufactured plastic town for a manufactured plastic success club. Well, no, you can't. You can't I take nothing away from the football City play and the job that Pep's done. But when you have £500 million to spend on fullbacks, it's not quite the same as the success that Liverpool have enjoyed. Actually, sort of spending within the means. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not comparable. And just not to get my high horse about it, but
Yeah.
neutral should be thankful that Liverpool are around to actually run City close, because otherwise we'd be watching League One.
Basically, yeah. Every year until Newcastle splashes all their cash, which, well, that'll be a whole thing to look at during the summertime, I suppose.
Yeah, well, Newcastle have got their own Mark Hughes in at the minute, haven't they? They've got Eddie Howen, who'll be used to stabilise the club, get them survival. They'll get to maybe 10th next season. It'll be deemed not good enough, and they'll bring in some sort of superstar manager in.
Yeah. It's like you got to break into Europa League, or else you're out. You know, we'll hire Roberto Mancini. We'll bring in Roberto Mancini, and it'll be great. I'm
just trying to remember who's the guy who was under Mourinho, who went to Spurs and was absolutely terrible. Double-barreled surname.
I know the guy that you are talking about. He's a very pretty man. Not to be derogatory, but
he's not quite my type.
It wasn't Roberto Di Matteo. Roberto Di Matteo
Di Matteo had success.
He won the Champions League final,
and then got hoofed.
What is his name? Andrea Villas-Boas.
That's the one I was thinking of. They'll get Villas-Boas in. Maybe have a stint with Gus Hiddink.
Dude, Gus Hiddink, I'm surprised that Chelsea didn't keep him around either time that they brought him in.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Villas-Boas.
Yeah, Villas-Boas. Good hair, that guy. Really good hair.
Great head of hair, but set up a defence like Frank Lampard.
Ironically enough.
I know I'm a little bit ahead of you, Tanner, but they're coming out onto the field now, so I am going to dip out and watch the second half with the family. Thank you for having me in for half time.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming on for halftime.
Oh, no worries, man. I'll try. I'll keep him in the chat as best I can. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Enjoy the game, Dan.
Oh, I will if we win.
Absolutely.
Cheers, mate. Catch you in a bit.
Cheers, Dan. Take care.
Bye.
That was Dan. Dan is amazing, by the way. Dan's a really, really awesome dude. He's been in our live streams, and obviously he's been doing the Doctor Who pod with Sai. Again, I've never been a big Doctor Who fan. I had a girlfriend once who was a huge Doctor Who fan. I could never get into it. And now with the help of Sai and Dan, it is piquing my interest. So we'll have to check it out. We're just about here for the second half. Teams coming out here. Doesn't look like any changes. Klopp didn't look incredibly pleased. So I'm sure that he tried to light up the players a bit at halftime. Players doing some warm-ups here. We did get to see that City at the Etihad had the sprinkler system full jets on the pitch, so we'll see how much of an effect that has. But as Dan said, Liverpool will want to see a lot more out of Mane in particular. They'll want to see a lot more out of Alisson, and they'll want to see a lot more out of Fabinho. If not, I could definitely see Mane going off sooner as opposed to later for Luis Diaz, who's been in spectacular form lately. And we'll see what happens here. We are moments away from kickoff. Kevin De Bruyne is going to kick us off here. Let's see how things go. City passed all the way back to Ederson, who he basically passed all the way to Alisson by way of Kevin De Bruyne. Thiago down to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Robertson. Robertson to Mane. Mane under pressure goes down. Again, no, foul given. No cards yet for City though. Van Dijk spreads the ball out wide. Finds Cancelo, who directs the ball to Henderson. Henderson says Salah to Mane. We were just talking about this. Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane makes it 2-2. So we got a draw. We've got a game here, folks. Let's change the music here. We've got game on. Mane makes it 2 for Liverpool. So we're right there, folks. We are right there. I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm seeing 3-2. I don't know whichever way. Dan saying in the chat, I told you we should have left him on. Absolutely. That it good timing. Yes, Graham, this is great timing. Great timing and great news. Mane, and look at the reactions. Klopp, elated. Guardiola is just beside himself. There's 45 minutes of gameplay here, folks. This is gonna get pretty wild. Let's see what happens, though. Very nice. Graham's coming on here to listen to me here in the second half. This is good. Graham being in the chat's always a good thing. Jota finds Robertson. Robertson looking for an outlet here. Finds Fabinho further up the pitch. Fabinho to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Thiago. Thiago finds Fabinho. Thiago really the metronome here for this Liverpool side in this game. He's just keeping things ticking along, trying to find openings, trying to constantly be an outlet here. Matip with an interesting ball found Mane. Mane, I think he hit Jota in the face a little bit there, but it did not come quite together for Liverpool there as it did earlier in the half. Graham in the chat there. Mane with a birthday goal. Is it Mane's birthday? I have to check this out. If so, happy birthday to Sadio Mane. That's a really good gift to have. Scoring a goal against Manchester City. Ball goes back to Ederson. Ederson finds Stones. No surprise there. If this was Football Manager, Manchester City have distribute to center backs constantly turned on here, because it seems like anytime Ederson gets the ball, it's either to Stones or Laporte. Cancelo finds Bernardo Silva. Silva looking for options. Trying to dance through Jordan Henderson. Ball goes over the top. Looks like it's going to find Trent. Trent, who ushers Cancelo out and gives us the throw in. It looks like it's a sprint here. Oh, Salah found Jota. Jota trying to find Mane, but not close enough. Not close enough. Rodri with the ball. Spread it out to Walker, who hoofed it upfield, only to find Alisson, who sprinted out of goal and cut him off. A nothing ball there, really just finds John Stones. Rodri with the ball. Pushes out to Walker. Walker to Stones. Stones to Bernardo. Bernardo to Laporte. Again, we've been seeing this pattern all game. Very Guardiola, type A Guardiola. It's just to move the ball in and around amongst the defense. Looks like Van Dijk with a little bit of a knock on the head there. Robertson has the ball now, going up the left side. Finds Salah. Not enough there, though. Salah couldn't control it. Let me see here. Let's see here. So Graham in the chat. Not that the match isn't interesting, but to derail you a bit, Tanner, I got Jackson a Texas donut. He's been asking one for a long time, and yeah, I guess everything is bigger in Texas. The diameter was 7 inches. Yeah, that's a big donut. That's a very large donut. Where did this Texas donut come from, Graham? Let us know in the chat. Let us know where it came from. And if you have pictures, send them to me. I'll see if I can somehow get them on here. Yeah, we have a Texas-sized donut here at Round Rock Donuts, world famous. It's a very, very large donut, very large. I think I've told you all this before, but we used that as an alternative one year. My wife wanted that instead of a cake. Let's see here. Graham says he'll post it on Twitter as a shop called Texas Donuts. So I wonder if there's maybe some Round Rock Donut influence there at Texas Donuts out your way on the East Coast, Graham. Be very interested to see this donut. I'm a very big fan of donuts. I do like them when I can have them. Walker tried with a cross in, found the warm hands, the warm safe hands of Alisson Becker. Alisson now looking for the next outlet. Just rolls it out to Matip. Matip with a risky pass upfield there. Does not really find a good outlet. Back in Manchester City possession here. Raheem Sterling with the ball now. This could just be me, but I feel like Raheem Sterling suffers from severe pelvic tilt. Like, he always seems like his chest is like the upper part of his body is about 3 feet ahead of the lower part of his body. That can't be good. Somebody needs to check that out for Raheem Sterling. I think it's affecting the way he runs too. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, please let me know. Alisson hoofs the ball upfield. They're trying to find Salah, and I get what Liverpool are trying to do here, but they looked a lot better going forward when they took their time with possession of the ball. No foul on Salah there. I guess the ref is blind, or he's just not paying attention. No foul on Salah there. Mane with the press on Stones. The ball reaches to Ederson, who finds Laporte. Graham tagged me on Twitter with this donut here, so I'm gonna take a look at it. There we go. Yeah, that's a donut right there. That is a Texas-sized donut. Man, go ahead, and if y'all go find I'll go ahead and retweet this. If y'all go to the Radio Tekkers Twitter, that's RADIOTEKKERS. I just retweeted Graham's tweet of the Texas-sized donut. This thing's massive. And it's got some good-looking sprinkles on it. It looks like it's a chocolate donut as well. Some bonus points for it being a chocolate glazed donut. But yeah, Texas-sized donut. Graham with a really nice stat here. From Sky Sports, Sadio Mane has now scored 8 goals against Manchester City. He's only scored more goals against Crystal Palace in his club career. That's a really good stat. Mane just loves playing against City. What can you say? We've got a throw in here at near City's goal. Trent threw in, and then the ball got directed backwards towards Matip. Matip finds Virgil. Virgil trying to find a good outlet here. Finds Thiago, who's going to stay on the ball a bit. Finds Matip again. Matip finds Jota. Jota with a really bad misplaced pass there. Ah, jeez. The ref is really only calling on Liverpool here. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced of it. The ref is really only paying attention when it's a bad call. Now again, admittedly, Jota, terrible pass there, and Thiago's tackle from this angle here, not great, not a great tackle, but I certainly feel as though there's some calls that have been missed. Let's see here. Let me see. Graham's, I think he's quoting a Twitter tweet from NBC Sports. The Liverpool answer, he's nodded at 2 now. Or it's nodded at 2 now. Is nodded an American expression for tied? I've never heard it. Heard that before. I've heard it before. But it's one of those, I guess it's a colloquialism, I think. I mean, I've always heard or said, "Oh, they've tied it up," or it's they're split even apiece, whatever, right? Knotted it up. I've never really used that term before, but I guess it makes sense. It just feels like it's a colloquialism, perhaps. Graham says that the donut was $3.50 and was worth it for the novelty factor alone. I would agree. That's $3.50 well spent in my book. I like that. City with the ball. Bernardo trying to find an opening here in Liverpool's final third. Ball goes out wide to Foden, but Foden only finds Van Dijk for the clearance. Jordan Henderson trying to get the ball out, and Salah was able to out-muscle Bernardo Silva, which is not difficult, I would presume. Ball back in possession with City. Cancelo. Liverpool. Jota was trying to unleash Mane, but it was too tight, and City had this well scouted. We'll see. Still a lot of game to be played here, folks. A lot of game to be played. want to get up for a moment, but I don't want to leave you guys. I don't want to miss a part of the game here. Ball goes out wide. Foden with a backwards pass there, or I guess he just hoofed his leg into the air and somehow found somebody. Dangerous here from City. Ball goes out for a throw-in. I'm going to be very quick. All right, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Did I miss anything? No? Okay. Good. Good. Phil Foden, I guess he's giving some orders here. Liverpool long pass out, only finds City. They gotta stop doing that. Liverpool really need to stop doing that. City, Sterling. Yep, that's it. That's yep. Sterling 3-2 again. Somebody's got to check out Sterling. Something's wrong with his spine. He always seems to be running ahead with his legs behind. It's very, very strange. But yeah, for what it's worth, Manchester City 3, Liverpool 2. That's the prediction I gave at the beginning of the game. I could not split the difference between who was going to do it, but I guess it's not halftime anymore. Let's fix that. Right now, it's 3-2 to Manchester City. Tough game here. Liverpool have a bit of a road ahead of them. Oh, they're gonna check it for offsides. Sterling may be offsides here. They're gonna go to VAR. They're going to VAR. And I think they should. He looks to be offsides based off of the clip that was taken. Yeah, there we go. Thank the Lord. It is still 2-2. We'll just go ahead and let's fix that. There you go. There you go. Bam! There. Hope y'all are happy. Manchester City 2, Liverpool 2. Still a lot of game to be played. We're only at the 64th minute mark here. Liverpool they need to be more careful in possession. This long ball approach is not helping them. Like, I know it's the quick result and you want to have that quick transition, but you have to be patient to find those quick transitions. If that makes any sense. That might come across as being like a catch-22, but I don't know. Find the opening. Don't just aimlessly spray the ball upwards. Graham says good VAR moment. Yes. Dan, never been happier for a VAR decision. Yeah, absolutely. It's a good call, because and you know what? I'm fully convinced if it weren't for Raheem Sterling's unusual pelvis tilt, where his legs are at least 3 feet behind the rest of his torso, then maybe he would have been onside. I don't know. Getting reports that Luis Diaz is warming up, so we might see a substitution here. But who would it be for? You wouldn't necessarily... I don't know. You wouldn't necessarily pull Jota. And after scoring, I don't know if you would pull Mane either. Salah has been decent, but it feels like it again has not been his best day. Guardiola awfully animated on the sidelines about something he saw that he did not like. That much is very clear. De Bruyne was trying to make that run. He's now tracked back in the midfield. Cancelo with the ball. Cancelo finds Silva. Silva's really spent a lot of time very close to the base of the midfield, almost next to Rodri. So City's almost looked more like a 4-2-3-1 at times, if we were to map it out positionally. Very un-Guardiola. Cancelo loses possession here. Mane trying to find, Salah, trying to find Mane. He does. Mane trying to dance about a bit here. Free up some space. Found Henderson. And then Henderson finds Thiago for Mane, or for Matip. Goodness, I'm getting tongue-tied at this point. Salah blows past Cancelo. Loses the ball, though, right at the touch line, or right at the byline, rather. Cross in for Trent. Doesn't find anybody. And now it's Kevin De Bruyne with the ball. Running away with it. He spreads it out to Sterling. Sterling trying to get tricky. And he just runs into the brick wall that is Virgil van Dijk and gets dispossessed almost immediately. Salah with the ball now, moving into City's final third. Circulating the ball in the midfield here between Fabinho, Thiago, and Henderson. You almost wonder if Klopp might be potentially trying to maybe change the shape a little bit. Maybe brings in Diaz for one of the midfielders instead of Mane or Salah or Jota. That would be interesting. We're almost at the 69th minute. Stones. Passing backwards to Rodri. Now to Cancelo. And the ref is giving this to Liverpool here. Klopp having a word with Henderson, and it's Jota coming off for Diaz. Jota coming off for Diaz. That's an interesting call. I don't know if this is just because he prefers the shape, maybe, or maybe he's moving Mane to the right and Salah up front. Give maybe Salah more of a spearhead opportunity there with these long balls they keep playing. I'm really not sure. This is an interesting move here. Right now, positionally, it looks like Mane is staying in the middle. Van Dijk to Henderson. Henderson to Mane. Mane finds Thiago out on his left. Diaz Diaz finds Mane. Mane finds Salah. Salah curls it. Oh my god. Oh my god. So close by Mohamed Salah. I guess the music ended. Oh, that's too bad. Let's see what we got here. Can you hear me? Mic check, mic check. I lost the mic for a moment there. Let's just double check the settings just to make sure. All right, looks like y'all can hear me. That's good. Yeah. So, thank you, Graham. I appreciate that. Graham says in the chat, straight switch let Diaz speed cause some problems. It looks like it already has. It looks like it was the opening that Salah needed to try and even attempt that shot. We've seen Salah do that before in this exact game, so we'll see. Ugh. Gabriel Jesus, he's looking a very frustrated figure here today. He's put the ball in the side netting a couple times now, since scoring his goal. You have to wonder if maybe these frustrations are getting the best of him and maybe this City side in general, that they have not put away Liverpool just yet. Allison. Long ball. He's trying to find Diaz and Salah, who are looks like they were going to combine there, but it was not to be. Fabinho recovers the ball. Trent tried to get too tricky there, and it did not come off. Mane's come all the way back to help out with the defensive duties. He finds Thiago. Thiago now finds Robertson. Robertson passes the ball across. Finds Henderson. Henderson out wide to Salah. Salah tried to get tricky with Rodri. Rodri comes away with the possession, though. No, I'm sorry. Cancelo. I keep getting Cancelo and Rodri mixed up. That's my bad, guys. They're both very tall gentlemen, with the same haircut. Guess different kit number. That probably helps, right? Stones with a long ball there to Walker. Walker trying to find the opening. Liverpool giving him a lot of time. Ball's found by Bernardo. Now to Rodri, who finds Cancelo. Riyad Mahrez warming up here. Looks like Riyad Mahrez is going to come on. But for who? Ooh, for Sterling. Interesting. Sterling again, not too pleased that he didn't get that second goal in. I'm sure he will be a bit disappointed by it. He was just offsides there. But Mahrez coming on. Mahrez, a familiar face to this fixture. We've perhaps most infamously because of his penalty miss a few years back. That was a deciding factor of the game. Liverpool now with possession. Spreading the ball. Van Dijk moving the ball upwards. Finds Diaz. Diaz finds Mane. Liverpool have looked a lot more dangerous now that Diaz is on the field. Mane finds Salah. Salah looking for Trent. Trent finds Robertson out wide. Robertson finds Diaz. And Diaz, he's just got these skills, these dribbling skills that very hard to come by. That's for sure. Salah now with the ball. Salah passes back to Matip. And that's what I'm talking about. Liverpool need to be able to pick their spots wisely now. They can use this time that they have to really make it count. Again, the key is make it count, right? Fabinho out wide to Matip. Matip looking for the opening here. Finds Salah. Salah finds Henderson. Henderson out to Trent. Henderson tried with the cross there, but really only found the side of Rodri's leg. Jordan Henderson doing his best Three Stooges impression. Yeah, a little bit of that. So we've got a corner here for Liverpool. This could be a big moment here. Trent in with the cross. Ooh. Henderson tried to go for a direct shot. Just gets deflected. Walker has the ball now. We tried to find Mahrez. Got tackled there. Dispossessed. And now it's a throw in here. We're getting another substitution. Jordan Henderson laying off the captain's armband to Virgil van Dijk for the remainder of the game. And he's coming off for Naby Keita. Naby has had some really good moments as of late. And I think that something that Matt brought up in the chat here, and I guess in our DMs really, is that Keita really has been pushing it, and it really comes down to, I think he wants to finally prove that he's the player that Liverpool bought him to be, right? He knows his contract's winding. He wants to stay at Liverpool. That much is clear. But he needs to show out and show that he's worth the value. He's had a lot of injury problems. We want to see what Naby Keita can do here on the big occasion. Ball spread out there by City, finds Cancelo, and then it goes out of bounds. Looks like it's another City throw, and Cancelo throws out to Bernardo. Bernardo finds Stones. Stones looking out wide for Riyad Mahrez. And Luis Diaz dispossesses. He's marching upwards. He's trying to find an outlet here. Finds Keita. Keita passes backwards to Silva. Silva finds Fabinho. Fabinho tries going outwards towards Salah, and that's not to be. Fabinho kind of... I think Fabinho may have run over Bernardo Silva or somebody. But referee said play on. I think Thiago was trying to find Diaz, but Diaz was a bit more wide than Thiago believed he was. Connor McCabe in the chat. Very interesting 2-2 draw. Yes. So far, it looks like both teams are still sitting on a knife's edge here. That either team could come away with a result. But that being said, the last time that these two played each other in the Premier League, it ended in a 2-2 draw. Guardiola with a little bit of instruction there in Cancelo's ear. Rodri trying to go out wide, finds Mahrez. Mahrez, another dribbly boy. Robertson, that deftest of touches there, prevented a possible goal opportunity for City. Mane to Thiago. Thiago looking for an outlet here. Finds Trent. Trent using his left. Again, trying to find either Diaz or Mane. But again, this is what are we talking about earlier. When Liverpool try to switch that break too quickly against City, of all teams, it's not working out the way that it would against a lesser side. That's to be expected. These two teams know each other very well. These two coaches know each other very well. You're going to have to find a different trick if you're Liverpool to get that past City than to try and spray the ball high and wide. Thiago with another long pass there to Diaz. Diaz trying to maneuver around Mahrez and Walker, but was unable to do so. Mahrez came away with the ball, but has been dispossessed. And now, City player cut down. Looks like it's Bernardo. Phil Foden trying to be a little shit that he is. But hey. Again, I don't think that there was any intent there by Fabinho to hurt Bernardo. We're getting a replay of it here. Here's the Fabinho tackle. And then there's just a small clattering there with Keita. So Fabinho's been booked. No surprise there. Of course, I think City only have one booking thus far. Yeah. Three bookings for Liverpool. Fabinho, Thiago, and Robertson. Silva, the only one with a booking for City. I didn't even notice that Jack Grealish came on. Anybody else notice that? The greasy one is back. That free kick did not result for City. It looks like they were trying to find Rodri at the. Excuse me. They're trying to find him at the post. Salah coming off for maybe not. Salah coming over for instructions from Klopp. Salah staying on. It looks like it's going to be Mane who makes way for Bobby Firmino, who is always a welcome presence for Liverpool fans. We're into the final moments of this game here. And yet there still feels like there's a goal in here somewhere. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Thiago fouled by Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne is on the ground. Obviously, no call here. No call here on De Bruyne by the ref. No booking. Are you surprised, Liverpool fans out there? Are you surprised that the ref has not given another yellow card for a City player? I'm not. Now City look to be the team kind of slipping and sliding a little bit here. Allison passing out the ball to Robertson. Cancelo passes backwards, finds Laporte. Laporte finds Rodri. Rodri dishes the ball out wide for Grealish, who's just a tad bit too slow there. Just a tad bit too slow. Nervy final minutes of the game here, folks. 86 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Two very evenly matched teams. Two teams who both want it so badly. And while time is dwindling here, there still feels like there's a lot of action to be had. Ball goes wide. Van Dijk heads it away, but the header drops to, looks to be Mahrez, if I'm not mistaken. City retaining possession here. Cancelo with the ball in, and it's cleared away by Matip. It's a throw-in. Throw-in found Grealish. Bernardo with the ball. Bernardo trying to go wide here. Gets tackled from behind by Bobby, but that actually did more harm than good. City were going into the box. City still retaining the ball, but they've circulated possession back further up towards the halfway line. Now it's Cancelo with the ball out wide, and Allison helps usher it out wide there. Nearing the 88-minute mark here, both teams still searching for a winner. And that's really what you want from a good football game. You want to be this far into the game and both teams still want something out of it. You know, that's the true mark of a championship winning side. Van Dijk brings down De Bruyne. That is what we would call a strategic foul, if you're a basketball fan out there. Van Dijk did that very intentionally just to make sure that they can get that free kick in and prevent De Bruyne from further action charging into the box. So a wise move there, but could this harm Liverpool? City looking over the dead ball spot there. Allison looking for where this is going to come from. Looks like it's Mahrez, and it goes wide. Bounces off the post, actually. Stat here. Manchester City have a Premier League high of 21 shots that have deflected off the woodwork. There you go, folks. 4 minutes of extra time here. 4 minutes. Liverpool with the possession here. if Liverpool were wise, they're going to use this 4 minutes to keep as much possession as they can to find that opening. Keita finds Salah, who finds Bobby. Bobby putting the ball back into the middle. Fabinho goes over, and referee again. Where's the cards? Where are the bookings here on City players? This is a bit ridiculous. This is a bit ridiculous at this point. Kevin De Bruyne should be booked. That's it. Trent standing over. Looks like it's going to be a free kick swung in. Probably by either Trent or Robbo. It could be either one. Trent finds the head of a City player. Keita trying to circulate the ball backwards. Finds Robbo. Robbo finds Alisson. Alisson brings the ball up the field. Looking for Diaz. Liverpool lose possession. It's Grealish going up the field now. Salah now running down the wing. He's trying to beat his men, but he's not had his speed on. He's not had his normal quickness, it seems here. Trent with a throw in. Trent throws it long to the left, finds Matip. Matip finds Thiago. Thiago out to Robbo. Robbo back to Thiago. Robertson now to Diaz. Liverpool just circulating the ball, trying to find an opening here. Lose the ball. Fabinho. Fabinho tries to go out wide. Doesn't find Robertson. Kevin De Bruyne out the ball. He's moving up the midfield. Liverpool have to be careful here. Mahrez tries to chip it over, and it goes right over the goal. We're at 33 minutes and counting. 33 minutes, 35 seconds and counting. 2-2 draw. Looks to be the result here, unless something happens in the final moments of the game. We've had a lot of fun here. I truly didn't know what to expect just doing this on my own here today, folks, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed your company. Thank you to Dan for coming in at halftime. Manchester City 2, Liverpool 2. Guardiola with a very animated slap high five to Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen was, I think he was thrown off a little bit by that. But just as we had earlier in this season, a draw, 2-apiece draw from these two teams here. Maybe not as a spectacular of a moment as we had with the Salah goals that happened earlier in the season, but certainly a hard-fought game by both teams. So we're looking at City still in first with 74 points, Liverpool in second with 73 points. The season marches on. What else can you say? This is going to be a title race that runs down to the wire. Both teams have a lot that they can be proud of here today. Did either of these teams play a perfect game? No. Did either of these teams get absolutely what they wanted? No. but it was a hard-fought game, one of the better games that you'll see played anywhere in the world between two first-class teams here. These are truly two of the best teams that the Premier League has ever seen. So a 2-2 draw, I think is fair. As Graham points out, this is not the last time these two teams are meeting this season. It's possible that they could be meeting somewhere down the line in the Champions League. They're also going to be playing each other in the FA Cup semi-finals. That's going to be exciting. So still a lot to play for here. Once again, scoreline is Manchester City 2, Liverpool 2. Thank you guys again so much for joining us in the chat. We really appreciate you guys. I hope that you've enjoyed the game as much as I have. Yeah, good times. Let's hope that that the next time that we do this, Mags and Matt are here with us. But until next time, folks, I'm Tanner, aka the Texas Gentleman. Y'all take care, enjoy yourselves, and have yourselves a great rest of the day. I'll catch y'all on the flippity flop. Bye-bye. Oh, Graham, thank you, Graham. Man of the match. Man of the match. That's a tough one. Maybe Virgil van Dijk. He had a very good game. Yeah. Why not give it to Big Verge? He deserves some love. Mane had a great goal. Jota had a good goal, but both of them ended up getting substituted. Kevin De Bruyne was particularly brilliant for City. I would also say Rodri. Graham says the refs. Yeah, there you go. It's hard to pick a man of the match when these teams are so good. But it certainly isn't the referee team, that's for sure. Some terribly inconsistent calling on their part. But that's for another time, you know. Like, the refs did what they thought was their best at the time, I'm sure. But yeah, you guys, it was a pleasure. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. We'll see you again next time right here on Radio Tekkers. Yeah. Bye-bye.